Hey. All right, let's see where we're at. My starting in 5 was actually pretty accurate. How about that? Good deal. Yeah, so we are working on our doubly linked list. We started yesterday. Hey, Teeny. We're going to be unwrapping all over the place with these RC RefCells. Hey, Shiva J. How's it going? I saw you followed the other day. Thanks for the follow. Glad you could join us. Yeah, so we're working on a doubly linked list. Wow, that music's loud in my ears. Oh, no wonder. No wonder my monitor volume was way high. Way high. Okay. I was like, man, the background noise is so bad today, and I'm like at double volume than I am normally. Fun. Fun. Sweet. So yeah, we are working through our linked list. Let's see, we should be able to refresh this and see where we're at so far. There we go. No, did I never push? Did I never? I did commit yesterday. What did I committed? No. Commits on October 1st, and then they said, did I commit this? Oh, I committed this. Okay. I never did like a linked list done thing. This is a super chill Rusty stream, Shiva J. You are absolutely right about that. What's up, family? Made a native Mac OS app. Did they have like... Oh, right. Yeah, for desktop. I was thinking for iPhone for a second. Yeah. Native Mac OS app. Yeah. That's hilarious. It's real hard, man. It's real hard. No, I'm kidding. It's funny. I wonder why it took them so long. I mean, I guess it's like you just use the web interface, right? The whole native versus web app thing. So I did some reading already about RC and RefCell. You know, we already played with it a little bit on our original single linked list implementation. We looked at this whole thing in Rust by Example. Didn't really give us that much. I don't think Rust by Example has a RefCell. Yeah, they didn't have a RefCell thing. So what I started reading is, let's find the thing. Here we go. RefCell T and the interior mutability pattern. And I will fix this in a second to make it look nicer. Let's see. And by a second, I mean right now, apparently. I don't know why I bothered saying that. How's that look? That looks pretty good. All right. Okay, so interior mutability. So I you know things and then you reread them and then you know them again because you haven't really used it, right? RC RefCell, ArcMutex. That's what that is for me. I haven't really used it. Besides just basic thought and idea of it. So the reference counting pointers that wrap these things, those are fine for immutable references. But as soon as you want to mutate the inner reference, right, the interior, that's where we need to reach for our RefCell or our mutex. Data structures in proc macros. You know what? It would fit me to just like jump into a proc macro for no reason, but that's not exactly true. When we do crazy things, we do them for a reason. When we start writing unsafe Rust, it's because we needed to, right? That's good. That's good. All right. I feel like there's like a really good meme for unsafe, and I just haven't it's like still brewing in the back of my head, and I haven't quite figured it out. So far the best I've got is that, you know, I want to alias unsafe with trust me bro, and I think that's kind of funny. But there's something more there. Haven't quite got there yet. Give it time. Give it time. Humor takes time. All right. So yeah, this is what I was in the middle of reading, so we're just gonna finish reading this. Shouldn't take that long, and then we'll get into the code. So that's the deal. Let's see. Where do we want to go? I guess I'll just read it from the top. Interior mutability is a design pattern in Rust that allows you to mutate data even when there are immutable references to that data. Normally, this action is disallowed by the borrowing rules. To mutate data, the pattern uses unsafe code inside a data structure to bend Rust's usual rules that govern mutation and borrowing. Unsafe code indicates to the compiler that we're checking the rules manually instead of relying on the compiler to check them for us. Yes. We can use types that use the interior mutability pattern only when we can ensure that the borrowing rules will be followed at runtime, even though the compiler can't guarantee that. The unsafe code involved is then wrapped in a safe API, classic, and the outer type is still immutable. Let's explore this concept by looking at the RefCell T type that follows the interior mutability pattern. Unlike RCT, the RefCell T type represents single ownership over the data it holds. So what makes RefCell over T different from a type like box over T? Recall the borrowing rules you learned in Chapter 4. At any given time, you can have either, yeah, we know this, okay. I feel like this is too long. This is the problem with the book, is it's a little too verbose for me. I mean, it's fine if I'm just like reading this off stream. I'll read through it all. But on stream, it's just so freaking verbose. Alright. Yes, yes, yes. Scanning, scanning, scanning. So the RefCell T type is useful when you're sure your code follows the borrowing rules, but the compiler isn't able to understand and guarantee that. Similar to RCT, RefCell T is only for use in single-threaded scenarios and will give you a compile time error if you try using it in a multi-threaded context. We'll talk about how to get the functionality of RefCell T in a multi-threaded program in Chapter 16. I think they're gonna say argmutex. I think that's the difference. Here's a recap of the reasons to choose Box, RC, or RefCell. I really hope they give me an actual example with RC and RefCell, but maybe that doesn't matter because I can just put it together in my head. Probably better for me anyway. Okay. RCT enables multiple owners of the same data. We absolutely need that. Box and RefCell have single owners. Box allows immutable or mutable borrows checked at compile time. RC allows only immutable borrows checked at compile time, and RefCell allows immutable or immutable borrows checked at runtime. So we need a mutable borrow wow, so it's checked at runtime. So by using RefCell, you really do decrease the safety of what you're doing. I think that's an important call out. Because RefCell allows immutable borrows checked at runtime, you can mutate the value inside the RefCell even when the RefCell is immutable. Huh? What does that mean? Oh, it's just right. It's just the interior. I'm dumb. Okay, yeah. So the outer container, right, is immutable, but the interior value is mutable. Like we can change that value. Okay. We can't change the values type, but we can change the value. Okay. Interior immutability, immutable borrow to an immutable value. The consequence of the borrowing rules is that when you have an immutable borrow, you can't borrow it mutably. For example, this code won't compile. Yes. Okay, we know this. We know this. Mock objects. I don't care about your use case. I care about your code. Boom. Okay. Do I see a RefCell here? Oh, dear Lord. Why is this so long? I mean, I know it's really thorough. It's a very good resource, but sometimes it's just like, can you just get to the point? This is why I like Rust by example, because I literally just read the code and I'm like, okay, that's how I use this. But, you know, that's me. I'm not just missing where they're using RefCell. It's really not there. Okay. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. There we go. There's our RefCell. Okay. So obviously RefCell new. We already knew that. Self and message, which is a stir. Self dot sent messages borrow mute. Okay, there's our little borrow mute, right? So we're borrowing. The borrow mute comes from the RefCell. Okay. And then we can push onto it. That seems fine. Why was this so hard before? Remember how hard it was for me? It's probably just me. I mean, it helps to read this just so that I see how simple it actually is. It's just a matter of playing with like the borrow checker and everything. And of course, like ownership, being able to return the value correctly. But you'd kind of just want to do a borrow. Then can I just get like return a val from that borrow? I think that might be part of the problem. Okay, okay. Okay, here we go. This is actually helpful because we ran into this, like the whole difference between ref and ref mute. So the borrow method returns the smart pointer type ref t, and the borrow mute returns the smart pointer type ref mute. Both types implement deref, so we can treat them like regular references. RefCell over t keeps track of how many ref over t and ref mute over t smart pointers are currently active. Every time we call borrow, the RefCell over t increases its count of how many immutable borrows are active. When a ref t value goes out of scope, the count of immutable borrows goes down by 1. Just like the compile time borrowing rules, RefCell lets us have many immutable borrows or one mutable borrow at one point in time. Fair. If we try to violate these rules, the implementation of RefCell will panic at runtime. Rough. Okay. Yep. I get it. I get it. So RefCell by itself is a little bit of a trust me bro situation, right? Okay. So, right. Having multiple owners of mutable data by combining RC and RefCell. This is the section that I actually wanted. Okay. RC new, RefCell new. Very similar to what we're going to do. RC new, RefCell new, RC clone. Value dot borrow mute. So this little thing that's dereffing the dot borrow mute plus equals 10. Oh wait, no, RC just lets you, that's right, RC lets you just call right into the borrow mute. Then we can do ref. and then we can add 10 to it. Okay, that doesn't look terrible. I feel like we're still going to have problems when we're returning things from methods. I think it was nice to read this just to know that I'm not like missing anything. Hey, look, OBS actually working. Yay. Look at that scene transition. Yesterday. No bueno. No bueno yesterday. Okay. Let's get into our doubly linked list. Where is this thing? OSS, DSA, source, double. Come on, Emacs. You can do it. You can do it, Emacs. We believe in you. Okay. I meant to open this earlier so I didn't have to wait for the whole LSP startup, but that's okay. We don't really have to wait. So we know we're not going to use a box anymore. We know we're going to use cell and RefCell. So we can do that. Mac or Linux, this is a Mac, and it's a hashtag WorkPays MacBook. So yeah, I like Linux better, but I do use a Mac. Let's see, I want to say it's stud cell, and we're going to need RC and RefCell, and let's see, do we want a new type again? I think we are going to new type because I think it's going to be pretty ugly not to. I could call it a cell, or I could call it a link. I guess we'll call it a link. Like we'll steal things from Rustonomicon and call it a link. How about that? So we'll call it a link over T, linke, a linke over T. A link over T is going to be an RC RefCell node node of T. Okay. Okay. We got our new type for link. And then let me get rid of this. Whoops. Nope, not what I meant to do. 7K back. Okay, let me get rid of that because now we're gonna do a little %s / box node / RC. Actually, I could have just done box. Like this. Yeah. Pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. /RC RefCell. Yeah, we'll have to fix some things, but it's fine. Good enough. Okay. And then what do we got? 3, and we actually need 4, I think. Yeah, we need 4. So, oh no, teeny, oh my god. Let's try this again. Nope, come on, give it to me. Can't you just let me edit what I did? Okay, there we go. Whoo, this was going bad. All right, we're actually going to change this a little bit. Oh, it'll make this nicer. We're gonna go here, and then we're gonna go here, and it's 4. Okay. Did we do it right this time? I think this looks right. Ron. Dude, yeah, this is some weird ass zig. Am I right? Hey Rusted B, what's up? Thanks for hanging out. Zig, you mean? Zig ++. Thanks for the follow, by the way, Roasted B, yesterday. I'm guessing that was off of Dylan's stream. I appreciate it. We're writing some data structures in Rust right now, and we're having a hell of a time doing it. All right. Okay. Oh my god, why did I do that? I was just supposed to replace it with a link. Oh my god. Now I'm kind of like, why am I new typing it? I already did the hard part, which is typing all of this shit out. You know what I mean? All right. Gus12, F-bar. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, I already typed it all out. So like, what's the point at this point? Ron Dev, look at you. Look at you on the subscribe. Oh. Don't you just hate that when you don't mean to hit subscribe and then click purchase, but it just seems to happen just like all of a sudden. Whew, rough. It's happened 3 times so far in this stream where people clearly wouldn't have purposefully subscribed, and yet they did. All right, I don't know what I did here. All right, we're gonna keep the new type for now, I guess. I just have to actually do this right, and that's the hard part. Okay, look at you, evil mode, just knowing what I want. It's just gonna take that last search pattern I did, and give me a chance to redeem myself. Okay. Yep, that's right. That's right, Teeny. We got that. Okay. If only you knew, Ron. It's okay. It's okay. I've been waiting for someone to ask me this of your age, so that I can say, you'll understand when you're older, Ron. You'll understand when you're older. I'm just messing with you. I've been using Emacs for 5 years. People are tired of hearing me talk about this, but I've been using Emacs for 5 years. I think I even told you this, Rond. Okay. It's true. I mean, I don't know any Vim users with this. Like, I would be interested just as a here we go, I'm getting there. As an experiment, we should see if DM Mulroy was to install Emacs and start using it, do you think he could then grow facial hair? That's what I'm wondering. Did I not finish my sentence? I don't know any Vim users. No, I was just gonna say I don't know any Vim users that have epic beards. Yeah, but you know, selection bias. Oh man, that's funny, dude. That's good stuff. Shiva J, getting that credibility emote. That's right. Absolute credibility right there. Is RC not in cell? Am I wrong about that? It's an RC. Nice. Classic. Absolutely classic. Okay. Okay. It's an RC. There we go. Does that mean it takes that long to learn Emacs? That's actually pretty good, Shiva J. Yeah, you know, yeah, it's a matter of you know, like learning Emacs is a process that you can judge based on facial hair growth. And if you aren't growing facial hair while using Emacs, are you even learning Emacs? Do you even Emacs, bro? You know, that sort of thing. It's funny. After hearing about Richard Stallman, you're probably going to switch to Emacs for a while. Dude, RMS is, he is a dumpster fire on legs. A dumpster fire on legs. How hard is it to set up language servers? It's really not that hard. So if you get Emacs 29, which I believe is the current stable release, it already has eglot built in, which is like an LSP. Yeah, it's like the LSP mode, if you will. There's also LSP mode. Oh wow, that's crazy, Koto. I didn't know that. Yeah, that's insane. He's done amazing technological work. I will absolutely give him that. How do I uninstall Emacs? Dude, Rond, don't ask bad questions. No, I have no good reasons to shift from Vin to Emacs. If I was not using Emacs before, I probably would not be using Emacs now. I just have the config so close to what I want in every other way that switching switching all of that over to like a NeoVim configuration or something, it's just more work than I'm willing to do. That's definitely one of the things. Yeah, he's got wild takes, questionable history, especially with you know, the females. But you know, whatever. It is what it is. But he's fun to listen to in the sense that he's very, very different than most people, right? Most things you'll hear. You're unsigned in. Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, he's extremely well educated. He's a smart dude, no doubt. Nobody's saying he's not smart. Very smart. Yeah. Out of, let's see, when I joined my current company, we had like, we're not even coding at this point, but that's fine. It's fun. Let's switch to our intimate view, shall we? When I joined the company I'm at right now, let's see, we had like maybe 15 devs, and out of all of those people, one person used Vim and one person used Emacs. I was the person using Emacs, and no one else did. Everybody else used either Visual Studio Code or the main language we use at work is Clojure, or let's see if I can remember, Cursive. Cursive is the Clojure IDE. Too big of a man to pixel ratio. Yeah. Is that just too much for you, Rond? You can't handle this? You can't handle my pink sheet in the back? Intimate view, the pervasive rot of existence. That's how we do it here, you know? That is it's definitely a piece of this whole thing, just the thing in focus. Dude, I do know. I wouldn't want to look at this. I'm just trying things out, you know? Oh, that's funny. Yeah, it's hard to get metal bands to license music. It's hard. Oh well. Where are we? There we are. Code Pill, you want to use Emacs for org mode? I think you mentioned, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Rond actually has been using Emacs, and then it's just that he uses Windows. So, So he yeah. Yeah, I know. I know. Sorry, Rond. I didn't I didn't mean to dox Rond like that. That's not nice of me. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I'm sorry, Rond. Right after you subscribe, then I just make the whole chat hate you. But the good thing is, I mean, I get that whole 50% of your subscription for this month, whether you like it or not. That's funny. Yeah, no, anyway, I was trying to tell Ron's story for him about why he switched to Vim, but yeah, exactly. That 250, not bad. Not bad. Hey, it's gonna I'm up to almost paying a third of what it costs for me to license music for the stream. Yeah, because we do things in a silly way here. I don't know. The only person I actually know that actually licenses the music, but it's fine. It's fine. I get it. It definitely limits what I can play, but I enjoy it. Yeah, exactly. There you go. He mostly switched to Vim because of Windows, but eLisp is it can be challenging, but it's a Lisp. I don't mind it. But it's also like I use Clojure for my day job, so it's different. But yeah, Emacs apparently is harder. I've never used Vim, like more than just editing a single file, like the actual program, so I can't say that. What happens if you just play Spotify? Yeah, it's copyrighted. It just means I can't like post my VODs. Or like I have to do something like what Prime does and other streamers where they have a separate they have their VOD without music, like he posts to YouTube. And then Lisp is definitely something there's a curve, there's a correlation between age and Lisp, no doubt. But yeah, so I decided, you know what, I'm just going to license it. Yeah, I use MusicBed, CodeBill. What's Monster Cat? I'll open it. I'll open it. Monster Cat. All right. Good to know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so they're just filtering out copyrighted content so their stuff doesn't get flagged, and I just don't want to deal with that. And this way artists get paid and I get to okay, cool. I'll check it out, Copill. Yeah, I pay $30 a month on MusicBed because I'm relatively small. It covers up to 250,000 subscribers, so basically forever, I mean, let's be real. It's not bad. Cool. Shall we code? Did I catch everything in chat? Okay, so far we've gotten our new type done. We've gotten our new type done. Pretty good. You never do know, Shiva. I mean, I am up to 9 subscribers on YouTube, by the way. 9. It's a big effing deal. But I don't care that much. Like, I mean, I think it's awesome. It's awesome that 9 people subscribed and somebody commented on my video and said this was great. It was the memory leak video. Not surprised. That was one of my favorite videos. That was one of my favorite streams we've done. It's probably the memory leak one. That one was good. But yeah. That's so good. That's really good. Oh man, that's funny. That's hilarious. It is not quite what my arms look like. That's a little bit. That's actually a little bit more on brand. I'm much more likely to have skinny. I'm not skinny in any way, but you know, weak arm magic flame. Yeah, we got that. That's hilarious. That's pretty great. I didn't even think about those possibilities when adding those emotes. That's amazing. You guys are making me laugh. Emacs Windows port with full support. Yeah. Rough. Terminal on Windows is just, it's a hard problem. If you're gonna have a native Windows app and then terminal support, it just feels like what are you doing? It's not easy. Okay, we're good. So good. Oh no, Ron, what did you do? What did you do this time? All right. Oh, it's just your number thing. That's cool. That's cool. That's awesome, man. Zig is wild. You can do stuff you'll never actually have to do. That's what you need to know. If you need to do stuff you'll never have to do, use Zig. But yeah, I'm definitely not good at knowing what you should do on Windows. Okay. Anyway, let's see what else we need to change. So basically we copied our singly linked list implementation over to this file, and we've just been making changes to it. So overall, what we've really changed is our types and our constructor. I think we started to change this, and that's when we were already hitting problems where I was like, oh yeah, this isn't gonna work with a box because we need more than one reference, right? I like how in hindsight I can talk about this like oh yeah, you know, we knew just like right away this wasn't going to work. Now it's like 30 minutes or more of me being like, maybe this will work, and then no, it doesn't work. Okay, anyway, good times. Have you tried Linux? Oh, got him, Teeny. Got him. Oh, that's funny. That's really good. Okay. Good times. Okay. Let mute old head, some node, none, let in, box new node, val, prev, next. Okay, this is all fine so far. So I'm rewrapping my optional just to make it easier, and then I have this RC thing, and then I actually need to mutate it. I'm actually thinking I don't even need to declare this as mute though, because I'm thinking I'm not going to need that mute declaration because of the way that RC and RefCell works. We'll find out. So we have old head here, right? I think what I want actually is this to not be an option. Huh. Let me think about this. I think maybe it being in an option right here is just going to make this way, way harder. But then I still have to handle my none case somehow. That wasn't a copy and paste, Ron. That was like a real thing. That's hilarious. I'll save you time. Next time you can just say this. You know? Okay. So great. It doesn't burn as hard. Yeah, it's kind of a meme at this point. Kind of like Arch, right? Oh, did I just say that? Not English, by the way. Oh. Okay. Good times. Rhino Linux. I don't know what I'm going to switch to when I eventually can. I haven't really thought through it yet. Okay, let's at least try to get push front done. we've just been laughing, which is fun, but you know, it's a rolling release Ubuntu. Is it better than Hannah Montana Linux? Ooh. If only there was Hannah Montana Linux. All right. Did that sound bad? Did that sound weird? That might have sounded weird. I didn't mean weird. Okay. Classic being old now and sounding weird when you say things. My kid is 14. 14. Yeah, I'm an old guy now. I'm old. 1 second. Ron is DMing me 9K stuff. Posture check. All right. Let's see. Oh no. I need something new. What I need to do is plump up my bouncy ball again so I can be a real successful streamer here on Twitch. I said plump up because it's already pumped up. It's just not quite plump enough to support enough weight. But yeah, how many monitors do I have? Technically just one. I have a 34-inch ultra wide and curved ultra wide, and then I have, you know, like my MacBook, which I run OBS on my MacBook. What? Did I? Language barrier? Is it a language barrier problem, Ron? No, I'm sorry. Okay. I have a 34-inch MSI ultra wide UHD, whatever you want to call it. It's not true 4K, right? It's 1440p ultra wide. Blah blah blah. And then I also have my MacBook, which is like a 16-inch MacBook. And then I use OBS on the MacBook screen, and that's about it. Like in general working and stuff, I don't use the MacBook screen for anything, except when I listen to Spotify, I'll have it on there, but that's about it. Yeah, that's too much for me, man. Too much. But it's cool. I bet it's a very cool looking setup. I don't even know. I don't know what the hertz is of my monitor. I'm not cool enough to know things like that. Too much of a boomer. Yeah, it's true. I mean, was anybody on Prime stream this morning and saw like what he streams on and his tiny little monitor that's like way down, and it's like, dude, I don't use a one-piece keyboard. Who do you think you're talking to? I've been using a split keyboard for 7 years. 7. All right. Yeah, it was pretty funny. I only caught like that part of his stream. That was basically the only thing I caught. It's pretty funny. Okay. What are we doing? The main thing here is that we have to update old head. Old head's prev needs to be in, and then n's next needs to be old head, right? So this looks fine, except we still have, let me just think. Are they going to be okay with the fact that I have an immutable borrow to head right now and in? And then if I go in and update old head map, old head to do something else. That's what I'm wondering. And this actually makes me think I do need a mutable reference to old head. But I think this is going to do some moving stuff, and that's the problem. And so then I'm kind of led to, maybe I actually just need my simple case and my non-simple case, right? Like if there's only one element, then I can reduce some of this weird option parsing. So maybe that's what I need to do. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna see if that feels better. We're just going to start with this and then see if we can combine it in a way that is nicer later. Let's see. So if old head is none, let's start with that case. Anything over 100 hertz feels really smooth. Yeah. Yeah, I think CodeBill, I think Prime said he streams from like his stable, like his barn. I don't know if he knows what he's talking about. I know some things about some horses, so I don't know if it's a true barn like with actual horse stalls or what. But he converted it into like a little streaming room. Pretty cool. It's a cool idea if you didn't need it for the aminals. Yeah, they definitely can be. For sure. I mean, they're very, very similar things. Very similar. Absolutely. Okay. So if we don't have a head, this is the first item we're adding to our list. It's pretty darn simple. We can know that we don't have a tail, we don't have a head, we know our length is 0, and so we should be able to do something a lot simpler, except we're not using a box, right? We're actually going to say let n equals, we'll get there, just give me a second. We're doing RC new RefCell new and then we actually have our node. Yeah, let's call this the link. I think that would be nicer for now. because then we can go up here and say let n equals node val prev is none and next is none. Okay, I'm liking this better. I think it's helping me organize my thoughts better, writing it out this way. Just kidding. JK. SMH my head. HTTP text transfer. Oh, you guys are nuts. It's funny. It's good stuff. That was an old-timey word. You guys are nuts. Just a couple of nuts. All right. Okay. We got a link. I like that. We're separating some thoughts here. And then all we have to do is say self.head equals self.tail equals n. Can you do that in Rust? I don't even know. We're just gonna go with it. And then we're gonna say self.len plus equals 1 plus equals. Wow. Oh my god, why can't I type? Everybody's like, this is just normal. What are you talking about? Self.len plus equals 1, and I think that's all we gotta do, right? Yeah, looks good. Okay. What do we got? You don't like this? You can't do this? Oh, right. The whole point is this is not the right type, first of all. And then the other part is then we have... So this comes down to where before I was kind of like, do we want our option inside? And I could see benefits to that. But then you can't type because you're using Emacs. Oh, that makes sense, Teeny. Totally fair. Are you guys giving Teeny a hard time? That's not nice, guys. It's not nice. All right. Okay. Yeah, this won't work anyway. Duh. For many reasons. Okay. But the reason I do like this is because we can go here, do a little sum action, right? And then we're just going to do a little RC clone link. Boom. And then here is going to be the exact same thing. Sum RC clone link. I actually don't need to clone the first one, I just realized, but that's fine. We're just playing around. See if we got closer. Oh, right, it's an and link. Are we happy with that? Yay. Okay. Except we don't actually need this one. We only have to do it the first time. Let's do a D. Can I just do that? No. I forget how this works. Nope. Not what I meant to do. Nope. Also not what I meant to do. We're gonna get there. All right. Can I do a D / parentheses there? Whew, that was pretty good. That wasn't bad. All right. That should be fine. You're okay with this, right? Okay. I think we're okay. Okay, I'm glad I did it this way because even though we're going to have some duplication, which we might be able to fix some of it later, this just like clarifies the way I actually want to do this. Oh my god, you got me again. T-I-L-L. Oh, that's good, Teeny. Your humor's very good. All of you guys are very humorous children. Oh gee, my god. PEBCAC exists between keyboard and chair. What does that mean? I now understand why my doctor asked me if I think I have the tism. Yeah. It's fair. Real life. P stands for problem. Problem, EBCAC? Problem, EBCAC? Dude, you know, I'm just really boomering it right now. All right. It's an IT support acronym. Oh, okay. Okay. Got it. Oh, I get it. You're continuing with you man. I really you just broke that all down and I'm just ruining your guys' fun. Sorry about that. Classic old guy move. Okay. We know Prev is going to be none, but next is going to have to be our head eventually. Set to self.head someday. Someday when the Rust compiler lets us. Summit day. No, we do need that. Okay, we've got a node. That's nice. It is weird that it says node unknown instead of just node T. It's kind of weird from an LSP perspective. Like the type annotation. It's kind of weird. But okay, whatever. So then we have to create our link again. Okay. So now we know that head exists, so we can actually get a link. Oh, this is turning out much nicer. Since we know head exists, we can actually just unwrap. So this old head. Come on. Where are you? There you are. Nope. Wow, haven't done that in a while. Classic enter instead of space. I'm happy to explain culture to our seniors. Oh man, that's hilarious. Good times. Let old head equals. Get in there. It thinks it's a bool. Why does it just automatically assume that it's going to be a boolean? It's just self.head .unwrap. Okay. Okay. Cool. We've got our RC. I like that. And then this makes this a lot easier because now we don't have to set it to self.head someday. We can actually do it right now. Some old head dot, whoa, almost called clone there. It has the same functionality, but contrary to a teenage viewer's recommendation to me, regardless of his better Rust experience, he said, oh, it's the same thing, so why would you do it the other way? And then every single thing I've read is like, you should call it as RC clone because it's a better practice so that people know that it's different than a normal clone. Which I agree with. It was my initial feeling about it. It was more expressive. Documentation, it's called. I have this written down somewhere. Yeah, absolutely. Welcome to my life. I need to find some ungodly power to give me motivation to learn memory allocation. Yeah. The ungodly power to learn memory allocation is write unsafe Rust. Be forced to do layouts. I'm not saying I've actually learned anything. What are you talking about, Ron? Oh, I get it. Like from like that's how you're gonna learn. I am documentation. That's a good one code pill to tweet. I am documentation. All right, what's this video? Okay, I'll watch that later. Oh dear. It started playing for me, but then I'd have to change all my audio config so you could hear my browser and it would just annoy me. This random bearded guy said I need it. It's credibility, buddy. Remember? I mean, it's just... the beard is credibility, right? Instant credibility. Assuming you can actually grow one. And you can wait for it to... It's instant in the sense of if you already have it. But, you know. It's a function of time. All right. Let's see. Hey. This is looking much nicer than what I was trying to do before. Like all the weird rewrapping. Instead, I just use an if statement. An if expression. We don't have statements. Faster than Lime, is that what that video is from? The crab guy? Yeah. Okay, cool. I'll check it out. Good times, good times. What are we doing? What are we doing? Is an inch enough? Completely out of context. That's funny. It's funny. I know what you're referring to, but it's hilarious outside of with no context. Why do I keep finding myself asking that question? Yeah, man. Hard. It's hard, Rond. I get it. No, actually, I can't relate to that particular thing. But that's hilarious. You know what? Do what makes you happy. If you don't want a beard, don't grow one. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. It was there. It was there. All right. What else do we have to do? We cloned our old head. We've got our link to our actual node. And then we have to set. Right. So now this is the part that's going to be a little bit interesting. I like the idea of the initial just being here. It seems pretty easy. So we're going to do a sum link there. And then, well, before we forget, let's do self.len plus equals 1. And yes, I know I can make some of this a lot better than it currently is, but we're okay with the duplication here so that we understand what's actually happening. We're not updating self.tail because we know there's an existing element that's going to keep pointing to that. And then we're going to, the only thing we need that's left, which new territory for us, is updating the old head to refer to the new head as its prev. So let's see how we're actually going to do that. Yeah, we're going to do it. Nope. We're going to do it right here. What I'd like to do is just do like an old head dot borrow mute. Okay, that should give me a node dot I can't just do this, can I? That'd be so nice. It'd be so nice if this worked. Pretty sure that's not going to work. We definitely need the and. When you do a type check before borrow check, you know, you're always like, oh yeah, I think I did it. Is that really it? Ooh, that's nice. That's not bad. That's not bad. Not bad. Okay. Okay, let's get rid of this old push front code. I don't know how many numbers I just typed in. I fat fingered it. There we go. We just get grown up money. It's not far from the truth. I think it's also part of like the generation thing. There used to be like this big thing about growing up, and I think people starting with millennials were just kind of like, nah, I don't think we're gonna do that. Seems kind of dumb. Growing up, that's for old people. And we're still saying that even though we're like pushing 40. Yeah, it's for old people. I don't believe in growing up. Okay, so we do have one. No, that's in pop front. Okay, so unless everything's lying to us, our push front is fine. What time is it? 2:51. Hey, we still got some time. The Wii was about millennials because millennials are hitting 40s now. That's all I was saying. Technically, I think it would be people from about 30 to up to 45. No, 45 is like really close to the cutoff between Gen X and millennial. You know, it's not like I love all the generational stuff people talk about, but I don't know. There's some of it that does make some sense. I've softened my views on that as I've gotten older and wiser. Okay. So pop fronts, let's see how much we need to change. If self.len equals 0, return none. Good. We have our mutable head. Okay. We could do a little self.head.take.unwrap to get there. So we're not like moving head. And then our new head is if let sum node equals head.next.take, because we're returning the head value anyway. That actually should be fine. Then sum node. Okay, so the only difference here is I'm actually going to change node to link because that's what we're calling it here. And then we can do the same thing there. No, it doesn't really. Most people it doesn't. Like, yeah, you do gain something from experience, but if people just have shit experiences and they aren't self-aware and they aren't self-reflective, they're not going to learn anything. You know, plenty of old people that are fucking clueless. Good times. They're wise about something, but like in general, like wise about all these things, I don't know. I don't think that's necessarily true. All right, so our new head, if let sum link equals head.next.take sum link. Let's see, does this work? Yeah, because we still just have that one reference, so we don't even really have to clone it. This should be fine. We're creating a new option from it. And that's good. Okay. But it doesn't like something about it. And it's probably that next... No field next on type. Oh, right. I have to borrow it before I can call next. Okay. So let's just go ahead and do a borrow on head. And then this is the part that I'm not sure how it's going to work, because we're creating a borrow right here, and then we're wanting to return that val. But is that lifetime actually going to work out for us? I don't know that it does. I'm not completely convinced that this actually works. We're not getting any errors right now. Maybe that works. Option sum t doubly linked list node. Okay, val. Okay, and this is returning a ref. We already know that. And head is an RC ref. Maybe that's just gonna work. That would be nice. But I kind of think that I think the drop checker might run later. So that might be it. Nexus null dev rating with a party of 6. Hey, how's it going? I don't know who you are. Thanks for the raid. Many appreciations. Let's give Nexus null a follow on my end, and assuming that you have a software stream, let's give you a shout out. Do the whole thing. Hey Nexus null, what's up? Hey, passionate programmer with a bachelor's in computer science. Love it. What are you up to? What have you been doing on your stream? Getting into some Rust? Sweet. Let's see if I did this right. I think so. Yes. Give Nexus Null a follow. You're writing a simple chat app in Rust. Sweet. Very cool. Yeah, we're doing some data structures. We've been doing it for a good, I don't know, week and a half maybe. I can't remember. But yeah, welcome. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the raid, and thanks for the follow. Muad Sharadi, might have butchered that one. Thank you for the follow. Many appreciations. But yeah, absolutely. That's awesome, man. Yeah, we're just working on a doubly linked list right now. We've done a we'll do a little tour. Shall we do a tour for our guests? I think we might as well. We have done a few things here. Let's see. Let's see if I do a little space action here. No. Oh yeah, okay. 6 possible completions. There we go. That's not a bad view. We have an array list. We have a stack. We have a linked list. And then we have a doubly linked list. The VEC is actually a reference implementation of VEC, which was helping us understand how unsafe works. Hey, Muad. How is Muad? Is Muad pretty close? If not, feel free to correct my pronunciation. This is Emacs with evil mode. So Vim Motions. Pretty nice, robust version. I think this works. Did I do this? Yeah. Nice. Evil mode. It's pretty close. Classic. You're not going to be able to pronounce it with your American accent. Yeah, evil mode in Emacs is nice. I've been using Emacs for 5 years for my normal job. I've been programming, well, I don't know about programming, a while. I've been working as a developer for 10 years. I've had the last 5 years I've been writing Clojure. Like 99% of the code I write is Clojure, and Emacs is kind of the de facto editor for Clojure. So that's why we did that. So yeah, it's fun. Yeah, so our first thing that we did was an array list. And of course in Rust, the native array list that they give you is a VEC. And we went ahead and implemented what I like to call a fake array list. So what did we do? We new typed a VEC as array just to pretend that we were using a real array underneath. And then we just used a VEC underneath as our underlying data structure for array list. So yeah, we implemented a little grow inner, append, pop, remove at, remove, DM dropping in here with a subscribe. 3 months. Oh my goodness. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, Dawn. I really do. That's very kind of you. Dude, another slip. Yeah, I knew it. Ron did the same thing. He did the same thing, and it's weird how many times it's happened so far. I mean, you did a couple extra slip ups by hitting 3 months, but like, it's weird how many times people slip up and accidentally hit subscribe and then click the purchase button. I don't know how they do it. It's just one of those weird things. But yeah, it's just that, that happens a lot when you have fancy mice. It's, yeah, those wireless controllers on those fancy mice, they'll just screw up everything. They'll get you subscribing to all sorts of terrible content, like this Rust Newbery. Cool, man. Yeah, thanks Nexus Null, I appreciate it. Enjoy. Go get your stuff. Yeah, so we did our array list with that inner vec, and we didn't feel good about it. I mean, I didn't feel good about it. And so I decided, let's just implement a basic stack and drop into trust me, bro. So we implemented a basic stack using trust me, bro, also known as unsafe. And we did our memory allocations. We got a little push, a pop, and a drop. Push, pop, and dropped that stack. And Nexus. Cool. I'll call you Nexus. Thanks. See ya. Classic reading a username until the delimiter. So anyway, that's our unsafe stack. And then we went into linked list. We did a linked list with a box. It was pretty nice. It was much nicer than I expected. And I was like, I could actually whiteboard a linked list in Rust, and it wouldn't be that bad. But then, of course, we started on our doubly linked list. And the main difference, in order to satisfy the borrow checker between our linked list and our double linked list, isn't a singly linked list. You only have one reference to each thing. And in a doubly linked list, you have at least 2 references to each thing. So you need some reference counting pointers, such as a little RC, which stands for reference counting pointer. So that's our quick overview. You have a pointer to a slice of F64s, and I have no idea how to get it to not be a pointer. Okay, well, there's a problem. The thing is that you cannot deref. Let's see if I get this right, Rond. You can't deref a slice in safe code. Pretty sure I'm right about that. Pretty sure I'm right. We'll find out if I'm right someday. You're allocating memory. Oh, so like you're doing it all yourself? Interesting. Okay, so you have something close to like our stack, where you're allocating via some sort of layout, and then you're getting this slice back, etc., etc. Okay. Yeah, slices don't have the usual guarantees as other collections. Yeah, it's very true. Yeah, thanks, Muad, for chiming in. Well, man, Rond, Zig style. You're trying to write Zig in Rust. You need to do it the Rust way, okay? And we all know what the Rust way is. That's the Rust way. Am I right? You write it and you unwrap it. You don't even do checks before. You just unwrap it and let it panic. Oh, you're just talking about in Zig? You're asking me a Zig question? Come on, man. You know better than that. It's like the same thing that when somebody was like not full on racist, but like slightly racist. I was like, come on, man. You're better than that. And that's what I'm saying about Rond asking me a Zig question. I should understand pointers? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, but Rust does a lot of work to like really help you with pointers and doing it well. That's the thing. all the annoying parts about Rust, yes, but they help you learn how to use pointers correctly, especially when you're just coming from them GC languages. FFI to kill camel is obviously the Rust way. Rough. Oh, that's so funny. Okay. That would actually be a pretty fun stream though, Dylan. If we just did a stream where we were doing like a Rust, like an FFI back and forth in some ways, like, hey, this is FFI to Rust, this is FFI to a camel. That would be pretty fun. And just returns the type. Yeah. Yeah, right. Dude, you're using Zig, man. All bets are off. All bets are off. It's not even a fully baked language, man. Just kidding. Okay. What were we doing? Are we even on the right file? DoublyLinkedList. Ah, now I sound like Dylan. What was I doing again? Nah, just kidding. I'm just messing with you. All right. We got a little push front here. Our push front looks good so far, but I don't think our drop checker has run because there's still these things, but we'll find out. We'll find out if we have more problems. Okay. Oh, that was the other thing. I have a hard time. This is like an actual T. That is the one thing. Ideally, I'm not returning. Oh, I feel like there's an error here because this really should be. Oh no, if I'm popping it, I do want to return the actual thing. Never mind. We're good. We're good. I was thinking this was get. I was thinking it was get. All right, now when we do a get, we don't want to return the actual thing. Right? Okay. So this should be pretty similar, except instead of cell, we should call this a link. And we're probably going to want to change several of these things. This is a really gross way to traverse. We're still doing it just for the heck of it. It's kind of a gross way. I don't know. Maybe it's not that gross. Maybe there's something nice. In general, people would just implement either index, the trait index. Sorry, the index trait, or they would implement an iterator. In this case, we're just implementing a get to make this simpler. Okay, so we check if index is greater than or equal to self.len. If it is, we return none, so we don't have an out of bounds error. And then we have this mute cell. And cell, we're actually going to rename to link. So let's just do that. It might help if I actually did this whole command. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do a little bit of that. Oh, really? Because I didn't do a /g. All right. Shall we just... There we go. There we go. I didn't want to do a full-on find and replace. I could have done it in region, but I'm not that cool yet. I'm not that cool yet. All right. I don't think let's see. So let mute link. Yeah, we need it to be mutable because we're going to reassign it within our for loop. Look at this. Look at this imperative code. Killing me. Self.head.asRef.unwrap. So Kmelv. Hey there. Hey there, Kevin. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Many thanks. Welcome to the pain of Rust. Unwrap, unwrap, Unwrap. Okay. Self.head.asref.unwrap. Okay, here we go. What do we want to do? Let's just take out this asref for a second. Let me think. No, that's gonna move it. We don't want to move it, right? And we don't want to change anything. So that is actually why I think it's actually correct. We're gonna do an unwrap asref. We get a pointer to our RC, which is kind of silly, but it's fine. Did I call him Kevin? His name's Kyle. Is his name really Kyle? I called him Kevin. Why did I think it was Kevin? Oh man, that's funny. It's bad. It's bad. Sorry, Kyle. It's very close. He has an E and a V in his username. Kyle and Kevin. Oh, ton of, it's like, now this isn't the same thing, but it's like when people call me Mike. Oh, I die inside a little bit. You can't shorten Kyle, at least. You know. Do people call you Kai? I don't think they do that. Probably. Not in the States. Yeah. My name is Michael, actually. And I probably will never tell you that because I'm too introverted in person. Yeah, I answered just about everything. Oh man, good times. Oh, Rond, killing me. So rough. So rough, Rond. Oh no, I didn't know it was gonna delete all of your messages. It's so rough. How do I untime them out? Can I untime out? Oh, that was so rough. I feel bad that I feel bad that it deleted your messages from chat. I'm sorry, Rond. I know. I've never done that on Dylan's stream. I might have done it on my stream, but I've never done it on Dylan's stream. This is why you like your monarchy. It's hilarious. Oh wait, are you really English? Did you, when you said you're not English, were you joking and you really are English? Not that England's the only place with a monarchy. Sorry. You know. Let's see. Monarchy. Let's go down the list. Your monarchs have no power. I mean, do English monarchs really have power? Norway still has a monarchy. It's so bad. It's so bad. My first guess was England and then Norway, but you know. Yeah, it's not like you actually have to tell me where you live, by the way, but you know, or chat where you live, but yeah. Good times. That's the two places I know in Europe that have monarchies. It is Norway. Yeah. Good deal. Why did I guess Norway? Is that what you're wondering? Because I've been to both England and Norway, and I saw the King of Norway actually. It was I don't remember what you guys call it. It felt like Norwegian Independence Day, but of course that's not like the same thing, but you know, that's an American perspective. Yeah, I saw the King of Norway at McDonald's. It's very cool. But yeah, we were in Oslo and there was like the big building there. May 17th. Yeah, that's probably it. Yeah. It tracks. It would have been the time I was there, end of May. Mid to end of May. Teenagers are dressed in all sorts of interesting things. Independence, like from Sweden, or is it Sweden or Denmark that you were independent from at that time? I don't remember. There you go. Yeah, we're talking about Norwegian independence. Sweden, yeah, Sweden, I think. Classic. Good times. Good times. Yeah, I do, you know, like it's a very American thing to, like, since we don't have our own culture, if you will. I mean, we have our own culture, but you know, you think about it, like ancestry and stuff is like a lot, I don't know, maybe it's not important to some people. It became more of like a thing. Oh, I'm actually Norwegian, of Norwegian descent, or I'm half Norwegian and half English and blah blah blah. So I don't know, that's probably partly why I thought about it too. It's the whole ancestry thing. My ancestors from Lake Hafslo. A distant cousin of mine still has a guard on Lake Hafslo. Don't know if I said guard right, but you know, it's probably close. Good times. link.next.asref.unwrap. Okay. What are we doing? Go type sound like O with a soft H. Okay. Like is that all you say, go? Or gourd? It's been a while. I tried to learn Norwegian for a while. You know, it didn't go well. Better. Oh no. Not go. That's funny. Good times. Oh, that's very cool. Very cool, Ron. Yeah. I ended up only going to Oslo because I was only there for 3 days, but it was really cool to be there. It was interesting. I don't know, I was young. I was 18. It's 20 years ago. It's been a while. But yeah, beautiful country. You've been to Oslo like twice, yeah. It was nice. I ate at a TGI Fridays. Classic American. But I ate fish for breakfast. The whole thing, man. Not at TGI Fridays. But you know, we went the whole thing. We ate fish that was colored and had stuff on it. It's like pickled fish, I guess, probably. I don't know. We ate it. It was good. It was fine. Yeah. Let's see. Next link, link.next.asref.unwrap, link equals next link. Let's see, what time is it? 3:20. I've got about 10 or 15 minutes. Dude, I don't know what that is. All right. Are we taking like a total Norse direction here? Oh, yeah, I've seen this. I have seen this. Right. I did not eat that. That's almost as intense as the Icelandic highly fermented version. I don't know if it's the same, but yeah, pretty crazy. The difference is in Iceland, you can't really like grow anything, you know. They do sharks. Dude, their cuisine is wild cuisine. Icelandic cuisine is wild. Random things I know about. Yeah, that's what they said when I was reading about it, because it's like this traditional thing, and it's just like the absolute worst smell. And like younger Icelandics are like, no, we're not doing this anymore. We don't need this anymore. You know, we're not like we're connected to the rest of the world. I don't know. It's kind of funny. I don't know how true that is. It's just what I read. Why do you not like my next? No field next on type. Oh, it's because it's this whole thing. We didn't borrow anything. Okay, let's just get rid of this because I feel like there's probably something nicer to do here. We should be able to just borrow. And then we get our ref. Oh, wait. So what was the point of this? The point was to get the next. What do I actually want to pass here? Do I want to pass a clone to the RC, maybe? In some ways that makes more sense. Like, I know the next exists, right? But I can't unwrap it because does unwrap basically claim ownership? And that's why I need like a ref. I don't know. Let's try it without the as ref first. I called next as a function. It's hilarious. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. I imagine that would be more associated with like rural areas, but you know, that would just be my guess, right? I don't really know. Ooh, rough. But I guess it's just more like, you know, old just because you think of like rural, typically more old school, old fashioned, traditional. I don't know how much that holds up. Link.next.unwrap. Okay, right. There's no next on link. That was the whole point. Is that we still have to borrow something, right? So we still need, we have this RefCell up here. And maybe what we want, no. Bawo. It's classic. I don't have a lot of memories from childhood, so that sticking out should explain how bad it was. You just keep the bad memories, Rond. Nice. Yep. Yeah, my father's name is Gregor, and my great-grandfather's name, his mom's name's not very Norwegian. My great-grandfather's name is Lars. And then Ol. Let's see, his dad's name was Ol. And his dad's name was Peter. Pretty classic. White Wally hitting the Gwitty. Classic cat girl. Link.borrow.next.unwrap. Okay, we know it exists, right? We're almost there. Maybe that's enough because we're unwrapping and then we have this RC, which is what we started with. But the thing is, I can't do as ref here. Okay. I'm screwing this up somewhere. I know that much. Expected but found. Okay, let's see. Can I make a reference? Because I don't. Does that work? Because of the magic of RC. Oh, but it's a clone. See, this is the part that feels wrong. I think I know this is a ref, but why? Okay, we'll just keep going. Let's just keep going. I keep overthinking it. You don't even know your history that far back, yeah. I have some cousins that have done some really good genealogy work, and that's mostly why I know. Ron got wrecked. Yeah. I timed him out just as a joke, and then it deleted 70 of his messages, and I felt really bad about it. I felt really bad. All right, so we know this is an RC, and we just want the val inside of it, but we actually want a reference to the val. So let's try just doing a borrow.val. Now the problem with this is ideally I'd want to do this, but I'm pretty sure the borrow checker is going to say, no, you can't do that. But maybe this is just handled? No, there we go. Look at this. See, I knew it. Now that we fixed our type errors, now we have our actual errors. Dang it. Classic Rust. Classic Rust. Ah, rough. I knew this was going too well. Was anyone else like this is just going too well? Oh my god. 4 letters was all it took. That's right. That's right. Okay. So I don't remember the full order of all these things, but basically the reason this happens is because we first have the type check run, and then we have the borrow check run, and then I believe after that is when we actually have the drop check run. And so there's basically like these 3, and if any of them fail along the way, it won't give you the rest of the errors, right? So pretty great. Okay, here's the good thing. The good thing is we fixed our type errors. The bad thing is that is not the hardest part of this implementation. So let's see. How much time do I really have? I have probably 5 to 10 minutes left. Let's just see if we can get through at least some of this, and see if we can end up in a pretty good place. I'm still a lot happier with the way this code is, and I think we're understanding more how to use RCs and RefCells, but it is unfortunate nonetheless. Okay, so this I was not surprised about because this sum is moving, and I kind of saw that when I first wrote it, and I was like, maybe it's okay. So I have a couple options. I could just change, well, I'm wondering if this will fix it. Yeah. You see that? You did the memory task? Good job. So like the whole dereffing a slice thing, is that what you're talking about? Yeah. Nice. Sweet. Okay, cool. So, right, we understand this. We created our link, and then when we put it in our sum link here, we actually moved that value where now self.head has ownership of that. So then it was saying you're using a reference to a value that's already moved. You know, so we can't do that. So we just change our reference above to where we move it, and we're good. So let's hope the rest of it's going to be just as easy. Vivax, what's up, man? Thanks for joining. How you doing? I've got like 5 minutes left. Classic Vivax joining when I have 5 minutes left. A type with a set value or allocated manually. Oh, I'm sorry. Sleep can be rough. Skip some school. Good deal. It needed to either be a type with a set value or allocated manually. Okay, so you're saying it couldn't be generic? Is that your point, Rond? By type with a set value? Whoops. Little Emacs P when I didn't mean to. Okay. Let's see. So here, right, this is moving self.head out of, okay, cannot move out of self.head, which is behind a mutable reference. But why? I mean, I understand why. Oh no, that makes sense. That makes sense. So this was our problem before, and that's why we just did a little bit of this. If we just do a take, because we're gonna change the head anyway, so we might as well do a take. And a take just swaps our option. That should work. So basically what it does is our self.head is pointing to some node, or some link, you could say. And we're just replacing that sum with a none, which we're fine with because we get the value back. We get to take ownership of it. And we're going to set our self.head to something else anyway. A slice of F64s doesn't have a set size, but it requires that at comp time. Okay, yeah, it's actually very similar to Rust. Very similar. Like you cannot, another example in Rust is like you cannot declare a generic, like without, if your type isn't sized, you can't declare, let's see if I can remember this. You can't declare a slice of T because that slice is not known at compile time. The size of that slice isn't known as at compile time. Something very close to that. So what we do then, of course, we just wrap it in a box because then we know the size of a box. It's a pointer size, right? Size of a pointer. And then it moves the actual value onto the heap. So yeah, very similar. Self.head.take.unwrap. Let n equals node val prev next. Okay, this looks fine. And then we're having the same. It's just the same order of operation issue here. No, I didn't just paste it in the exact same place. You did. All right. Okay, cool. That wasn't bad. Hopefully the drop checker's not mad at us, but that wasn't too bad. You've been using Boxster a lot recently for immutable own strings. Yeah. Nice. Box is pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie. I know there's an overhead, right? The overhead is a pointer, and then of course that you can't just go right to the stack and reference it, right? Like it's not as nice as if you were using this contiguous memory buffer. But it is very nice what you can do with it. Look at me talking about boxes like I know things. The string will need a pointer anyway. Yeah, it's fair. It's a fair point. Well, that's why we just use an unsafe block around our main, and then we don't have to worry about it. We just write all our code in our main. All right. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good. Good times. Well, my large number of viewers, if you have a YouTube and you want to subscribe to me on YouTube, go ahead. I could use your subscription. Why? I don't know. Maybe it'll matter someday. I don't know. Doesn't matter that much right now, but it will someday if I get enough. And sometimes people like watching things on YouTube over Twitch. A little bit better UI, especially if you're like gonna watch a whole playlist of some guy hurting himself trying to write data structures in Rust. Let mu head equal. Okay, what is our actual error? Variable does not need to be mutable. I was wondering about this. Why did I declare it as mutable originally? Because I just had different code. Okay, that's fair. Okay, that was easy. Sub for sub. You don't post videos. Sub for sub. Follow for follow. Okay. Binding head declared here, and then it's moved there. Okay, so let's think about this. And then we do a head.borrow.val. Okay, this is very similar to the issue we had before. And how did I solve this? This is just an RC, so I shouldn't really need to move anything. So I think the problem is that I didn't clone it here. So this is going to make this look a lot uglier. But I'm pretty sure if I just do... What the hell is happening? Did I... Oh, I'm dumb. I forgot to go into insert mode. That's what's happening. No. There we go. Yeah, you don't know the type. Oh, LSP, you're killing me. I'm gonna need an and. Look at that. 67 lines of documentation as pretext. They sound like you now, yeah. I know. Okay, so you still didn't like this? I thought this would do it. What's wrong? Cannot borrow data in dereference of ref as mutable. Trait deref mute is required to modify through a dereference, but it is not implemented for ref. Okay. Really? If let some link rc refcell node t rc clone head. This seems fine. I'm cloning the RC, but maybe borrow. No. Okay, borrow's calling on refcell. Okay. Let's look at the full build output. I think it's hiding some tips for me. You can't mess up types if you don't know how to use them. That's fair. That's very fair around. What time is it? Oh crap, I'm supposed to go. I gotta go. Let's just see if we can read this and understand it. And then we'll write a comment about what we're gonna do next time. Let new head if let some cannot borrow as mutable. And why do you think it's mutable? Oh, because you're right. You're absolutely right. I needed to borrow mute. I kind of forgot that I was doing the next.take thing. Okay, let's see. I'm getting there. What, this doesn't work in this buffer? What the heck? I buffer. A little bit of I buffer. Okay. Yeah. because I'm actually, the take actually mutates. So what I should be able to do is a little borrow mute. Pretty sure I still need that clone because of the move of head. But I wonder, let me just think about this. Let's fix the other issue and then see if we can remove it. If we can fix this, that'll be a good time to iBuffer doing iBuffer things. This is true. I accidentally open iBuffer a lot now because I press space instead of enter because, well, I switched my space and enter keys. I don't know. It's been a long enough that I shouldn't be doing that still, but I'm doing it a lot less. There's like certain workflows where like my brain still thinks I need to hit this key. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think, what is it? If I just do XB space. Yeah. No, that's idle completions. I was thinking of something else. So how did I get into iBuffer? It doesn't matter. That's a problem for another time. Yeah, it's true. The main problem with bugs and the way to solve them is if you just don't write any code, bug solved. Some head.borrow.val. Okay, so this is still moving, but we can't move out of a dereference because why can't we? Cannot move out of a dereference. Why can't I move out of a dereference? I mean, what I'm trying to say is I don't understand why you're mad about this. Oh, okay. This is what I thought it would be. Okay. Wait, is this the same place? 77? Yeah, that's where we're at. Borrowed value does not live long enough. A temporary with access to the borrow is created here. Yes. I'm familiar with this error. Head dropped here while still borrowed. Okay. Yes, I understand. I know that. Let x equals sum head.borrow.val x. Oh, it's this whole thing. Is it that thing again? It's where I get it. Yeah. It's where the compiler can't figure out where it's supposed to drop head, and then it's going to drop it before it's supposed to. Yeah. Yep. So let's do a little bit of this. And then we'll do this. And then, yeah, that was a bad way of doing that. It's fine. Didn't I write it? Let's see. Are you happy with me yet? Dang it. No, you're not. Okay. Cannot move out of dereference of ref. Move occurs because value has type T, which does not implement the copy trait. But I want to. Do I need another RC clone here? Like if I clone head again. Okay, these are more errors. Nope. Well, it might help if I actually passed it the right type. Nope, that didn't do it either. Okay. Well, let's undo this because that didn't do anything for us. And there's something that I just, yeah. Yeah, I complain about the Rust compiler. It is a blessing and a curse. Okay, let's see if it tells us. Is that really what you're saying? Okay, consider borrowing here. But why? Why can't I just take it? Because I don't care about this anymore. There's got to be... Oh, that's what it is. I don't care about this RC anymore. I should be able to just take the actual value outside of it. Ooh, that's what it is. I can get rid of the RC. I now have the value, and I'm free to return it. Okay, that's it. I don't remember what it is, but I know that's the right thing to do. Okay. Get rid of, I don't remember the name of the method or the way you do that. Get rid of RC, take ownership of value, return it. How about that? How about that for a comment on what we're gonna do next? Awesome. This was fun, guys. Thanks for hanging out, all the peoples. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the chats. Thanks for making me laugh. I already plugged my YouTube. I already plugged, I think, everything I could plug. We should be back. Let's see, it's Monday. Yeah, I should be back tomorrow. Don't think I have anything too crazy going on, so that should work. Let's just see. I have enough time for a raid, even though I'm already way over time. Anybody worth raiding right now? I don't know. I've raided some of these people and they don't seem that happy about it. Eduardo, yeah, I saw that. I followed him from your stream. Okay, I'll raid Eduardo. It's another OCaml person. I know I've been subjecting our nice Rust audience to a lot of OCaml. And yet we're here again, doing it all over. But really, I do appreciate you guys, and we'll raid Eduardo. Prepare your eyes for some ML.